Well, let me talk from here because I have the thing. This is our challah. Okay.
Oh, gorgeous.
Okay. And we've been making these for many, many years. It's a recipe that appeared in our temple cookbook back in the 1970s, I guess.
Which
And
temple is that?
the was
Temple
put in
Shalom.
Temple Shalom in Medford, Mass.
Oh.
Okay. And it was put in by Gloria Sussman, and she had come up with this recipe, and we started making it, and we've been making it ever since. The story about this is that in 1980, my daughter was bat mitzvahed, and we wanted a centerpiece for each of the tables. And so we decided that we would have a challah, and Lee had gotten some wood from a friend of ours and made the challah board. And then I needed a cover for, and so Shabbat Shalom in Hebrew. And we had these as our centerpieces for each table. And then we were in, this was a conservative synagogue, and many of our friends, we had to do all the cooking in the synagogue. And so many of our friends helped us prepare the Kiddush meal. And they were given each of these, the cover and the board, is a remembrance of Beth's bat mitzvah. And we still make the challah. In fact, when I was teaching, I would put the challah up in the morning before I went to school. And then when I come home, I would braid it. And it was really funny, because thinking back about the challah, my children never knew you ate a cold challah, because they only ever had warm challahs. Because I'd come home from school, braid it, let it raise for the other hour, and then bake it. And when we sit down for supper before we went to shul, and I remember the first time my son ate it, it's a cold challah. He ate it somewhere. He said, they served a cold challah. So the funny things that you remember along the line about these so many years. And so this was made yesterday, and it's a combined effort with Lee and I. I started, Lee braids it, and then we bake it, and here it is. And so we'll be glad to cut it. And actually, we make it for synagogue when we sponsor the Oneg, and we belong to Beth Hillel in South Windsor. And Rabbi Glickman is always very in awe of it. He said, "It's the Bradbards Challah." And there they don't cut it; they just pull it.
Right.
And so, if you want to pull a piece off, that would be fine with me. And I'll start it so that you can pass it around, and then we can put it over there. And so, do you want to pass it, or shall we put it? Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. All right. Is there anything you want to add to that?
I have a question.
Yes,
Who made the cover?
I did.